Would a solicitor in England and Wales get away with this? Flipping the middle finger. A Florida solicitor caught on camera during the Parkland Shooter trial, who killed 17 innocent souls. Does it matter that the court was not in session and the judge and jury did not see it? Let's listen to the opinion of an American solicitor. Then I will read you a portion of the Solicitors Regulation and a press release from the Deputy Prime Minister and Secretary of State for Justice, and what he had to say regarding the standards of legal services.
Philip, I want to bring you in on this. You heard the victim's family impact statements, very powerful, but they were very upset at what she did. What's your take on it?
Well, I don't believe that any of the victims, the court staff, or anybody else actually saw it happen in open court. So whatever happened was kind of caught, if you will, between camera takes on YouTube, that kind of thing, or maybe somebody happened to catch it and told somebody else. But it's not as if there was some flagrant disregard for the feelings and the impact that the crime had on the victims' lives as they're delivering their impact statements. Now, having said that, lawyers are still held to a high standard. We have to maintain decorum while we're in the courtroom at all times. Now, to be fair, when the court is not in session, judge is off the bench, there's no jury there are no proceedings going on other than just waiting around. People do off-the-wall things, They do weird things, and they have little off-the-record conversations with each other, with their clients, and sometimes it involves giving the bird out of jest. It is what it is. But it wasn't flipping the bird to our administration of justice. That's not what was going on. We are a self-regulating profession, and I have a feeling that either somebody reported this lawyer to the bar, or maybe some bar official saw it and opened up an investigation. But most investigations, in fact, only 25% are further investigated. I predict, as what David said, that there will be no disciplinary action.
Wow. I was really surprised to hear that opinion. In America, no disciplinary action would be taken. Just look at the message I got from the app I used to create an image. It says, we detect words that may result in unsafe or offensive images. Rephrase or remove them to carry on. And according to usingenglish.com, giving someone the finger is an offensive gesture, as when you hold up your right fist with the back of your hand facing the other person and raise your middle finger. This is about the most aggressive offensive gesture in English, meaning basically F you, often as a replacement for actually hitting someone. Gosh, it pays to know how others will perceive you. As we live in a multicultural society, we need to understand how different cultures have different perceptions. And you're in luck. I did an interview with the Law and Justice podcast on understanding perception, so check that out under the playlist Who Knew, which has several videos on something you may not know. Now, let's look at the warning put out by the SRA, the independent regulator for solicitors in the UK, regarding offensive communications, as they were receiving complaints regarding offensive behaviour inside and outside of practice. You can read the whole warning in the description area below, but essentially they expect the profession to behave in public places with integrity. When exchanging with others which you perceive or intend to be humorous can be risky. If it is at the expense of others, it may be offensive to a third party. If you watch the clip I played in full, you will see the Florida defense solicitor is also laughing with her client. Remember, he shot 17 people dead. What does the SRA warning say on being friendly? In a nutshell, being friendly with a client is not a problem, but you must be careful to ensure that your communications remain professional at all times, as you never know when it could be seen by a wider audience. And they have a section on outside the course of business, dealing with social media. It's well worth reading, and think before retweeting an offensive comment unless you are condemning it, as it could be seen as condoning it. Hence, in my opinion, I think this behavior of this Florida solicitor, if she was a solicitor in England, Wales, in my view, this would indeed land her a disciplinary and fine. In order to deal with lower level disciplinary cases, The justice system has increased the powers of the SRA to fine from $2,000 to $25,000 to clamp down on misconduct, as previously the fines over $2,000 would be referred to the Solicitors Disciplinary Tribunal. The Deputy Prime Minister, Lord Chancellor, and Secretary of State for Justice said, "The UK can be proud of our world-leading legal services, but it is essential the sector retain its international reputation for the highest standards of probity, meaning a strong moral principle that includes honesty and decency." I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and share. Don't forget, information is power. So no more crying over spilt milk. If you need legal help, contact Legal Minded Friends.